You two just have the floor. Go on.
Four points clear. The best we came up best this weekend in terms of all the results going the way we wanted. We rolled our luck today, completely rolled our luck. Referee just in general in our match just had a nightmare. Power cut. Our match had everything. The best 1-0 I've seen in a very long time. And big up Real Madrid as well, man.
Yeah, Real Madrid have done a madness today. They've shown why they're the Dons. Look, there's a reason why Barcelona are in Europa League anyway. But Sim, I see you kissing the badge. You're in a good mood, mate.
That's what I'm doing. All pod.
Best start to the season in 15 years.
That's what I'm doing all pod. Now, all jokes aside, lads, man. It's nice to see you, but... all jokes aside, as I said, it's nice to see you lot, but
Hey,
this is a sign of what champions do when they're about to win something. I'm not saying that we're going to win the league. We're going to win something.
okay.
Yeah. I ain't even going there today. Still, I'm just happy to be here.
That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying we're going to win the league. So before everyone starts clickbaiting me and cutting it up, this deluded Arsenal fan, I'm saying we're going to win something. I believe in this squad. I believe even if we get top 4, we might win an FA Cup, Carling Cup, something. But I definitely believe in us getting top 4.
Yeah,
I don't think we're winning. I'll be honest. I don't think we're winning a trophy, but I think we're definitely getting back in the Champions League where we belong.
I think we'll win a trophy.
They're hard, Sim. They're hard. They're hard.
The reason why can I explain? Can I floor?
Yeah.
No. Why I think we will win a trophy? I think our squad is set up to win some sort of tournament. Arsenal has shown a certain resilience that I haven't seen in a lot of years. Let's be honest. I haven't seen this type of, even as Paz said today. Today we didn't deserve to win, but we found a way to win. I haven't seen this in years. Yes, we rolled our luck, but that's what happens when you're about to win something worth bragging about. That's what happens.
I agree. I think your best chance of silverware this season is the same as ours, Europa League.
Yeah, that's why I said something. Notice I said something. I didn't say league. I just said something.
I wouldn't be surprised if obviously it's going to be very difficult, but I wouldn't be surprised for United Arsenal or Arsenal United final.
The only reason why I would say, Chris, it might be difficult because if you see some of the
wary of them teams.
Yeah, if you see some of the teams that are dropping down right now.
No, I'm not worried about those teams. I'm worried about more teams like. So last season it was Frankfurt that got to the final, and who's talking about Frankfurt? No one's talking about Frankfurt.
They're having an awful season right now. Awful season.
Yeah, well, but not really. They're not having an awful season.
If they lose on Wednesday or draw on Wednesday, they drop into the UEFA, the Europa League, if I'm correct. So
I'll have a look at the German league for you right now. So
but Barcelona are not there yet, but they're more or less in the Europa League.
Yeah, Barcelona.
All Inter have to do is draw.
Barcelona and Juventus are pretty much in there.
Yeah.
Puz,
but Juventus are beatable this season, to be fair.
Puz, Frankfurt are 5th, but
compared to last season,
but they finished 7th last season. They just got into the cup run, but they're on 17 points.
They qualified by winning it, didn't they?
Yeah. So listen, Frankfurt are on 17 points. Hoffenheim are on 17 points, and Bayern Munich are on 17 points. So they're on the same points, but 5th to 3rd are on the same points.
So to me, in the Champions League, Frankfurt are having a horrible season anyway.
Oh, in the Champions League, sure, but they're not having a horrible season. They'll drop down into Europa League. What I'm trying to say to you, lot, is this: the Europa League is I'm not necessarily worried about the big boys like Juventus and Barcelona and teams like that because they don't do well. But it's other teams like we know the dominating Spanish team in that competition is Sevilla, not not Real Madrid, not Barcelona. Real Madrid are never in it. It's teams that basically what they do, like Frankfurt did last season, is they give up on the league and they just put all their eggs in one basket.
Right.
And so every game is like a cup final.
I get
Whereas,
you, Chris, what I'm
and
trying
we
to
can't
say,
do that.
if you look at
I know.
Barcelona, if you look at Barcelona's squad, that's a Champions League squad. I believe the fact that they've got knocked out of the UEFA Champions League, technically, because it's not official yet, that they will do well in the Europa. They've got enough talent and they've got enough depth in their squad to do well in that Europa.
So do you, though. So do United.
Nah. Today, as I said, let's go back onto the Arsenal game. Today, as I said, I feel that we played okay for the first 10 minutes. We looked rather leggy. Jesus didn't look up to himself today. None of the guys look up to themselves today, but we found a way to win. So for me, it's that I hope we can ride this luck onto the World Cup, or let's say January transfer. Get one or two players to boost the squad, then we go again. But to be fair, I'm not gonna get carried away and say, that we can do it all. I just say that I love the fact that Arsenal are playing in such a resilient way where we're just finding ways to win, and we're playing beautiful football at the same time. So for me, it's like a win-win, if that makes any sense.
That makes sense. That makes perfect sense. Paz, what were your thoughts on today's game? Good win.
I honestly don't know how we came away with 3 points. I mean, it does show resilience, but as we said last week, Gabriel is a liability, Sim. Yeah?
Gabriel.
See that Gabriel, he is a liability.
I agree, but
we took our chances and we just rolled our luck for most of the game.
What are you saying, Paz? Rob Holding?
Nah.
Yeah. Nah.
It's not for me. It's not Rob Holding. For me, I feel like with Gabriel, you're not going to get the finished article with him, innit? Let's be honest, Chris. Remember we were saying that you have that defender that is athletic. He will give you a 5 out of 10 most games, but when it comes to those crucial moments, he may mess up for you. That's Gabriel.
You know what it is? Gabriel is just not class. In the sense of he's just not class. He's just not quality. He's a good defender.
Yeah.
He's got good attributes, but he's not class. You can't win a title with him. In the sense of, I compare him to, say, Nemanja Vidic, right? Nemanja Vidic was crazy, got his head stuck in, flying into challenges. But on the ball, Nemanja Vidic was also quality. And the biggest quality that he had was he was a leader. So he knew how to control the back line. And so you had the Rolls Royce Rio and then the mucky Vidic. You've got the Rolls Royce in Saliba, who reads the game and does really well. And then Gabriel does the mucky work. But the problem with Gabriel is he does the mucky work at the wrong time. And he's dangerous.
Yeah.
So we saw him give away a penalty when he went to ground. He shouldn't have gone to ground. What was that? Who was that against, Paz? A couple of weeks back, we were talking about it. Who was that?
It was against Fulham. It was against Mitrovic. It was against
Mitrovic.
Yeah.
Was it Mitrovic?
Yeah.
Gave away a penalty. Today, I don't know. He's a red card, isn't he?
To be fair, apart from his stupid entanglement with Bamford, he was doing relatively okay. Saliba that gave away the penalty today, to be fair. So
I don't know what Saliba can do about that. I know it hit his hand, but it's come down, it's ricocheted, and then hit. Unless he's got lightning reflexes where he can move his hand out the way, it's going to hit your arm.
I think every pod we talk about VAR, and I always say to I say to a lot of people,
it's ruining the game.
It's ruining the game, but Chris, like you said, so though, Sim, I don't think it's VAR. I think it's the interpretation.
Yeah,
no,
it is. I just say I don't think it's VAR. I think it's the interpretation of the law and the people that are actually using VAR. I feel like they need to be sat down in a classroom and actually explain how this thing works and use it to their knowledge in order to manage or ref a game properly. Come on, Chris, as you said, he has to have not even lightning speed, warp speed.
You can't move.
You can't.
It's not like he's watched the ball and he's got his hands up and then it's just gone dink. The ball's come over, it's hit the other player, it's ricocheted, it's gone between them, hit his arm on the way down. It's like Rashford's goal last week against flipping Everton. Like,
there's nothing he could do.
Like, he's in the air. The ball bounces. He's in the air. Like, it's just, and the problem is, if the ball hits your hand, right, everyone's going to scream handball. Now, beforehand, you used to get deliberate handball. Like, someone would just literally arm it out of the way and it was a yellow card. You can't do that no more. That's a straight red card. So now if it just hits your hand, everyone's calling. So the only way that you could avoid the ball hitting your hand at all times is if you played like this.
Yeah,
the
but
whole
Chris,
game.
No, what's the sickening thing about this thing? About VAR. The opposition is always going to get on the ref back to check the VAR. Once they check the VAR, 9 out of 10 times, they're going to give it. Because remember, VAR slows down actual play. So once you slow down the actual play, it looks worse than it really is. No one actually goes in there with it, as I said, with the brain cells and thinking, hang on a minute, the game's getting played, let's say at 100 miles per hour. Of course he can't move his hand. They're looking at a very slow down.
You know what? You know what, Sim, you're right. But do you know what, Sim, I'm going to go a step further, yeah? Do you reckon this is me going to be conspiracy theory now, yeah? So call me crazy. I'm prepared for you lot to shout at me for this. Do you think BT Sport, yeah, are thinking, Rashford, hear me out.
Yeah.
That game against Everton ended mad, yeah? Everton had Jordan Pickford coming up for corners. Everton had 11 people into the box smashing. Do you think, hear me out, if Rashford scores that goal, it's 3-1, game's done, people switch off? So BT
you think they're doing it for...
So BT Sport are thinking, nah.
Let's do it for
let's keep the game going. Let's keep people tuned in.
Yeah.
If Rashford scores that goal, hear me out. Let's say there's 10 million people watching. Rashford scores that goal. How many Everton fans just go, oh, fuck it?
So you think they're doing it to manipulate the views, basically?
Do I sound like an idiot? Probably.
No, but Chris,
would you be surprised?
that's the funny thing. You don't even sound crazy because how the world is, I wouldn't be surprised.
You get me? Puz, what do you think? Do you think I sound dumb?
Conspiracy Chris, that's what I'm
calling. That's what I'm saying. Because that's the funny thing. You don't even sound crazy because any Tom, Dick, and Harry would be thinking, "Oh, this guy's just chatting out of his ass." But how the world is right now, I wouldn't be surprised. And you got to remember, platforms like BT Sports, Sky Sports, they're losing views. No one really cares.
Millions. Like, I'm thinking Rashford scores that goal, game done, about 5 million people just like that locking off. So they're thinking,
let's just keep it going on for extra,
you know what I mean?
Let's just 3 minutes.
Handball.
Plus injury time.
And then the game was mad,
one, Chris.
Anyway, I'm probably conspiracy Chris. That's going back to the Arsenal game just quickly. I do think that Bamford fouled. I do think he did foul Gabriel. Like, you can see he pushed him.
He pushed him. Yeah.
He did foul him. And did Bamford get a yellow card?
Yeah, Bamford got a yellow card. The decision got reversed.
Yeah,
I didn't see Bamford get.
Yeah, he did.
He did. I think he showed. I think in the first phase he showed Gabriel a red and Bamford a yellow.
He reversed the decision, but he gave.
I didn't. I was just shouting at the screen like I was a red for.
I think Bamford was frustrated because, again, where does handball start and finish? Because it hit him, in my opinion, it hit him right on the tip of his shoulder. Yeah. Like, for me, this is your shoulder to about here.
Yeah.
Yeah? That's all shoulder. Because if the ball hits here, it's shoulder. If the ball hits here, it's shoulder. If the ball hits about here, that's bicep. There.
Yeah.
And the ball looked like it hit here, Sim. Do you know what I mean? Like, on the front part here.
I get
you. Know what I'm trying to say?
That's what I'm trying to say. I get you, but once again, it's millimeters, isn't it? It's inches.
It's interpretation. I don't mind so much if they say any part of your arm that touches the ball, it's not a goal. Okay, fine, because we've seen that. We see it with Rashford's goal. We see it with Bamford's goal. It's not a goal. Okay, fine. That's the rules. It's harsh, but that's the rules. But what I'm saying is I think Bamford got pissed off by that, innit?
Yeah, of course.
That's what I'm saying. I also think that what's the goalkeeper's Morella, Leeds keeper, begins with an M, whatever his name is. I think he should have done much better with Myla. That's it, Myla, not Morella. Sorry, Myla. I think he should have done much better with Saka's finish. I think it's a good finish, but I think Saka's head's down and he's just smashing it. Do you get it? Like he's just literally put his foot through the ball.
But I don't think he's expecting it though, innit? I don't think he's expecting. I don't think it.
Not if his right foot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just thinking like Maya's got to be better there. Like what I'm trying to say is at that angle, the attacker shouldn't be scoring. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. But I think where it is, I think he's not expecting it. He's thinking, no way. If you're gonna shoot, you're gonna have to do something spectacular. Which, as you said,
you think Maya's thinking he's gonna chop it.
Yeah, I think he is.
He expected the ball to go across him.
Yeah, actually, yeah, because he set himself like this, and he didn't. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, that's what
it's
I'm
a good
trying to
finish.
say.
It's a good finish from Saka.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Let's move on to the Chelsea game just quickly. Did you get a chance to see that?
Mason Mount double.
You guys.
Huh?
I haven't watched the Chelsea match, innit? So, game started late. Chelsea's match was running. I was watching the Man United match instead. Then I watched El Clasico.
I had literally 2 screens going at the same time. I was watching El Clasico and Arsenal. I was watching in and out. So I watched highlights of the Chelsea game. I saw his free kick. To be fair, free kick.
Lovely free kick. It moved, didn't it? It started out going centre and then it drifted. So is it Martinez, Aston Villa keeper?
Yeah, Martinez.
He was centre. He jumped and then he was just like, "Oh bollocks!"
He just flew past him.
What was I gonna say? No, the first goal was mad. I was actually checking the odds.
Tyrone Mings, what the hell? If you now cemented your reasons not going to the World Cup, you've done it in this game.
Oh, but Aston Villa,
Stevie's thinking
Aston Villa were not playing well. Do you know what I did? As soon as I saw those results, I went on to Paddy Power and I checked what the latest odds were for the next manager to be sacked, and Steven Gerrard's at the top. I think we've lost him.
What, more than Brendan Rodgers?
Yeah. Favorite to be sacked now is Steven Gerrard.
I would have thought Brendan Rodgers would have been the first one.
Well, Brendan Rodgers, Leicester have had a little bit of a recoup, haven't they? The second is Ralph Hasenhuttl. Ralph. Wait.
These guys are going to go before Brendan.
Those were the odds, huh? Yeah.
Obviously, the first manager just got a new contract, so I don't think he's going.
No, the first guy ain't going.
No, I think so. At the top, I say Paddy Power. We're not naming any bookies. Whoever you use, I just went on Paddy Power that specific time. And Paddy Power, the number one to be sacked was Gerrard. Second was Ralph Hasenhuttl. How do you say his name? Hasenhuttl.
Yeah,
whatever. So that's interesting because obviously Diego Lewis, is it the midfielder? He's been linked with a move away. His missus is.
They both play for Villa.
Who? Yeah. His missus. Oh yeah, he got mad. He got mad because of a particular camera angle on his missus. We won't say any more than that. A particular camera angle.
He plays for the women's team, innit?
Oh, did you see that woman punch the Newcastle player today as well?
Yeah.
It's getting a bit handbags.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's not happy. I think Aston Villa spent a lot of money, and obviously they're not getting the results. So Mings, when I watched the ball come over, Ben Chilwell cuts inside from the left, He doesn't try shoot or pass. He just tries to put his foot through, and then the ball deflects up into the air. And Mings is doing everything right. He's watching the ball, and when you watch his head, he goes to header the ball out. But I don't know how he's done like this, and the ball's gone like this. Like it's just gone the other way. So I don't know. I think he's just unlucky, Sim.
Yeah,
I think he's just unlucky.
I get you, but
he's maybe mistimed it because he's not. You can see him. He does this to head the ball, but as he does this, the ball goes that way.
But it's literally the first 5 minutes in the game.
Yeah.
So you're kind of setting a tempo where you have to be chasing like a decent Chelsea team when you're lacking confidence and not really scoring goals. So
yeah, he's put his team in it. Yeah, it's a tricky one because it's a tricky one. It's hard to recover from that. Sterling had a good game, hit the crossbar. He should have had a couple today, to be fair. Sterling should have had a couple. I thought Gallagher played really well again. I think Chelsea under Potter are looking good. What do you reckon, Puz? What are you saying?
remember,
Yeah, they are. I gotta give him a couple more games. You know, I want to see what it's like when they go on a losing run. But obviously, at the moment, they're doing really well.
they got you next week, innit? Man United.
Yeah, we got Chelsea and
Then they got us in like 2-3 games.
We got 3 Premier League games. We got Chelsea and is it Spurs? I think Spurs.
Yeah, Chelsea and Spurs. Yeah.
Chelsea. Yeah, we got we got Spurs then Chelsea. So we got Spurs on Wednesday and then Chelsea on Saturday. It's gonna be a tough game. Tottenham won yesterday as well, 2-0. So yeah, I think Chelsea looking good for top 4. Would you not reckon?
Yeah, they're en route. They've got the squad to be fair.
They're doing it quite as well.
Yeah, they've got the squad to be fair. But I think that squad should be pushing more than top 4. It shouldn't just be top 4 and good. But I get Chelsea rebuild every year.
Started like they've only just got their manager. They're only just really starting again.
Yeah, but they're always restarting. Let's be honest, guys. When's Chelsea not restarting? They're always restarting.
Yeah, they spent. Well, they obviously got the new owners. They spent a lot of money. I think they're going to be the most active team in January because it's clear. Like Potter's sly, you know. It's clear if he don't like you.
Yeah, he gets rid
of Mendy's done. And to be fair, Kepa had a
I know that.
But I think he likes Kepa because Kepa can play with his feet, right? Mendy's just like a good shot stopper.
No, Paz, Sim's got a good point because you know Sanchez at Brighton is one of the best, like with his feet after Edison and Alisson. Brighton,
yeah.
Potter likes to be able to play like that.
Yeah, so I think with Kepa and Potter go hand in hand because I think he would rather him, obviously doesn't want him to be leaking goals, but he would rather him get involved in the play, the centre backs, than look at Mendy as a shot stopper. And to be fair, Mendy was kind of having a woeful time before Potter came as well. He had a two mistakes in him. So to be fair, Kepa's been doing well. So
Kepa's done really well.
If it's not broke, why fix it, innit? So
no, yeah, I think Kepa's come in. He's done an amazing job. He had one save. He saved Mings's. It was a header from point blank, and he didn't just save it. He pushed it over the bar, and I just thought to myself, like that looked like De Gea, like a kind of like De Gea save, like just out of nowhere. Like he should not have saved that. All right, let's talk about. Obviously, we're going to get to the big game in a minute. Big game. City, Liverpool City. But before we go there, I want to just drop back to yesterday. So there wasn't much going on yesterday. Leicester 0-0, Fulham 2-2. Huh?
Talk about you lot.
I'll come to that in a sec. Leicester 0-0, Fulham 2-2, Wolves 1-0, Tottenham 2-0, Everton. I keep going back to this top 4 because it's a situation of teams aren't dropping points. Arsenal's winning, Tottenham's winning, Chelsea won, Liverpool won. The only team that didn't win of the big guys is us and City. I really don't know what this top four is going to look like. I personally think Liverpool are going to come back.
Yeah, I think Liverpool are going to come back, but where it is, do you want me to be honest with you? I think we're not going to get a clear indication of top four till probably after the World Cup. Right about now.
You sure about that, Sim? Because Arsenal are 4 points clear at the moment.
No.
I'm
We
joking,
are.
I'm joking.
No, we are. But my whole thing is, I just feel like the World Cup's done. Because remember, we all agreed, we've been saying it. Let's see which team's going to come back with the most injuries, number one. And let's see which team's going to come back with the players. Because they've already taken some sort of silverware with the World Cup.
You know how
Let's see if they're going to have the
How
hunger to kick on for the latter stages of the season. Because that's where it's going to boil down to. We all said
this is how we work it out.
It's going to boil down to squad depth, and let's see if they can all mentally handle it. That's my problem. That's just my problem, because I feel top four right now, it can be anyone. It can be anyone. You look, let's, as much as we cuss Man United, you lot can get top four this year.
Potentially, yeah. Puz, go on. Puz, what you were saying a sec?
It's very easy to break it down as to what's going to happen after the World Cup. You just got to look at the countries that are going to get the furthest, that we think are going to get the furthest. Ghana, are they in the World Cup, Sim?
Yeah, they are.
They're coming out in the group stages, so let's forget about that. So Party's going to have at least 3 weeks to chill. I'm just talking about the Arsenal squad. So when you look at it that way, like what countries are going to go furthest? Brazil are probably going to go the furthest. So Casemiro, Jesus, Richarlison, Martinelli, Fred. So all these players are going to be affected. Now, there aren't really any Argentines left in the Prem. So
that's Martinez.
Done. Apart from who?
What about Romero? Is he not Argentine? No, he's Uruguayan, isn't it?
No, he's Argentinian. You're right. He's Argentinian.
Romero Martinez.
Okay, Romero
in Argentina. So they can go further in the World Cup.
Sim, just a tiny bit.
Sorry.
England. I think England are getting through the group stages.
That's it, Sim. Nice one.
They're probably coming out in...
Well, actually, because of how the draw is, we have to play France at the last 16 or the quarterfinals.
England are out still. We're out.
So if we play them, in the last 16 after the group stages, we're coming out.
Yeah, but this is the thing, though. Don't England have to come second, or France have to come second?
No, that's what I'm trying to say to you. We have to play France.
No, we have to play some sort of top team.
We have to. No, we have to. It's France, because France are in the group below us. We have to play France in either the last 16
or quarterfinals.
Quarterfinals. So you're right, Puz. If we finish top of the group and France finish top of the group, we won't play each other in the last 16, but then we'll play each other in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, that makes sense.
If we get through this last 16, we might get knocked out of the last 16. We're saying only if it's France, bro. If it's flipping whoever.
I'll be honest though.
So really and truly, the Germans as well, they can go quite far.
I don't rate the Germans. No.
I don't rate them either. I'm with Chris as well.
Yeah, but it's tournament football. Like Germany in tournaments, they've been doing all right. They've been playing rubbish in the friendlies and the Nations League. I don't really take the Nations League too serious. I don't think anyone was trying like that in the Nations League, because no one's really trying to get injured and no one cares for the competition yet. So we just got to look at it like that. Like Brazil, all the Brazilian players are probably going to be affected the most, because you know them. They're very emotional about their football as well.
Yeah, so I hear what you're saying. It's an interesting discussion. It's an interesting discussion. Squad depth's going to be really important, because if you're missing, as Sim's saying, if you're missing 2 or 3 first teamers, so for example, Arsenal, if Saliba goes, if
all our Gabriels go, it's a problem. Oh yeah, Saliba, I forgot about
that. If Saliba goes far with France, Gabriel and Martinelli go far with Brazil. That's your team. Is just those 3 players out. The team is huge.
Yeah, huge.
Same with Manchester United. If Martinez or Varane, any of those two go
Who?
far, take them out, then we're bringing in flipping Maguire. And then again, if either Casemiro, Anthony, we got so many Brazilians.
What do you lot
Casemiro-
think about that? Because Maguire is not really going to play this season, apart from in Europa. Can
He's
this
gonna-
guy
He
really
doesn't even
start for
play
England?
Europa.
But the thing is, Puz, you say he's not going to play, he will get a chance because we've seen already Eric Ten Hag. We'll go into the United game now. Eric Ten Hag, excuse me, sorry, he will rotate his players. So, for example, we saw Malacia start at the start of the season. No, actually, we saw Luke Shaw. Then we got battered by Brentford and we got battered by Brighton. Luke Shaw's out the team. Maguire's out the team. In comes Malacia. Malacia does really well until we play Ammonia. Malacia's out the team. Luke Shaw comes back in the team. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, yeah.
Same with Scott McTominay. Scott McTominay's in the team. So long as he plays well, he's in the team. We got decimated by Man City. Comes out the team. Casemiro's in the team. Yeah. So Eric Ten Hag will rotate his players. Right.
But I don't
If you're
think he trusts Maguire like that, though.
No, the only reason why Maguire's not playing right now is because he's injured. So for the last few games, Lindelof has been playing. Lindelof is fourth choice. If Maguire, was fit, Maguire would have been playing these last few games because Varane's been out. So since the international break, Varane's been out and it's been Lindelof and Martinez. It would have been Maguire and Martinez if Maguire wasn't injured from England. Do you get it?
Yeah,
When Maguire is fit again, he will get played. And then the minute that Martinez, Varane, or anyone else plays shit, he'll get brought in. So he will get games. But the problem is he's not good enough.
Who?
Yeah.
Maguire.
Maguire.
Chris, he's gonna get games. Of course, he's gonna get games.
He's gonna get games.
That's what Chris just said. Yeah.
No, what I'm saying is he's gonna get games, but he's not good enough. So when he gets games,
100%.
When he gets games, I'm still really worried because he's not good enough. I don't understand where this man gets his vim from. I think it's Southgate.
What man?
It's Southgate because the only person who thinks Maguire is good is Maguire, and I think it's Southgate because we all know Southgate. Southgate even said in an interview, Maguire's world class. Who the hell?
No, he's a championship defender, man. He's a championship defender.
Of course, Puz. But Southgate said he's world class. Who the hell thinks Maguire's world class?
Johnny Evans is still better than Maguire.
Yeah, Johnny.
Oh, I deeped it the other day. You lot know I went to the United game on Thursday.
Yeah, I was about to say, Chris.
Oh, I didn't know.
No, you went. Yeah, you went to the United game on Thursday.
Drove all the way up to Manny, mate. It was good. It was good. We got Scott McTominay, McSauce coming up in the 94 minute. It was better than nothing, mate. Tell you, it was a dead game. Anyway, really good statistic here that I read about. Yeah.
Right.
So basically, check this out. It'll be interesting hearing you lot's thoughts.
What about today's game?
I'm going to come on to that. We basically got rid of Chris Smalling.
Yeah.
And brought in Maguire. Yeah. 3 seasons ago. Now, Chris Smalling wasn't the answer, but we replaced him with Maguire. Now, Chris Smalling, hear me out. He's gone to Italy, where they're the king of defending.
Yeah.
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 And Chris Smalling is one of the best defenders in that league. Yeah.
Flourishing under your former manager.
Flourishing, right? Now, we all know Chris Smalling is not good on the ball, but he can read the game. He's quick. He's strong. He's good in the air. So he can do the basics. And when he gets the ball, he just passes it sideways. He just gives it to other players. Yeah. Hear me out. Who would you have now in your team? Chris Smalling or Harry Maguire? So you got Saliba.
You know what? I forgot he was English, you know?
Huh?
I forgot he was English.
Yeah, no, hear me out. You got Arsenal, yeah? You got
It's like
Saliba.
Tomori.
You got Saliba. Oh, Tomori's another level. Tomori's amazing. You got Saliba, and beside him, you can either put Maguire or Chris Smalling. Who you put in?
Smalling.
Sim?
Because they complement each other very well.
Yeah. Sim, who you put in?
I'm having a small.
Bro, this is it. Now, I asked the boys that were with me in the car when I was driving to Manchester. They agreed. If we had Martinez and we either had to put Maguire or Smalling with Martinez, we're all having Smalling. So that's you two, the two lads that I was with, and me. So that's 5 people. So what we're saying is we sold Smalling for 13 mil and spent 80 million pounds on Maguire as a replacement, and no one's having him in the team. I'm saying less.
We got to talk about him going
look,
to England as well. Why hasn't he been selected? Has he retired from international football or something?
Nah, Southgate doesn't. Southgate said he doesn't want Smalling in the team. He's purposely. He wants fucking Maguire, bro.
No, what?
No, but it don't even make
look-
sense. Apart from them Chelsea matches, Tomori hasn't really put a foot wrong in Serie A.
You know what it is, though, Puz. I get a headache trying to figure out Southgate, bruv. He doesn't want Ben White, Smalling in the team, but he wants Maguire
Ben White has to go now. If he doesn't go, it's a crime.
Oh,
It's just a crime. Anyway, Trippier has to go ahead of Trent. Trent has now got his chance since James is injured.
Oh, Trippier has to go. Trippier is our best right back in the country.
Walker and James are injured, so Trent might have a chance of going. Yeah, but Ben White has to go.
James is out for 8. Oh, fucking hell.
As a utility player, Ben White he just has to go. Like, just give Arsene Wenger the job already, man. I don't get this guy.
I don't get this guy. Like Southgate, I don't understand him, bro. Like I don't.
You guys, you know why Southgate's doing this, right?
Why?
Because he doesn't know the quality of players he has. What he's doing, he's just playing it safe until he finds some sort of like he'll go 1-0 up and he'll just defend. Counter attack.
My man went to watch James Maddison as well in his worst game of the season. One of his worst games. It wasn't even his worst game of the season because he still played well, but Leicester just played rubbish. But yeah, go on. Sorry.
Trust me, man. Gareth Southgate, he's not the man for the job. He doesn't care, number one. You can tell he doesn't care because he's not actually looking at his options. He's not looking at his options and thinking, no, what this is
It's
what
favourites
I
FC, isn't it? It's favourites FC.
Yeah,
It's favourites FC.
Chris, this is what I'm trying to. But Chris, this is what I'm trying to say. See what happened for you the past 2 tournaments. Let's be honest. He had rather weak run-ins leading up to when he was meant to play like quality opposition.
Sim,
As
I'm
you said,
telling
Chris,
you,
the last 16, bro. The last 16. You lot are talking about the last 16. We
Sim,
potentially get France.
Sim, I'm telling you, if Sven Goran Eriksson with a young Rooney, Rio Ferdinand, John Terry, had the running that we had in the Euros last year, we would have won the tournament.
Bro, I'm not even boying it. I would say I'll second bet that Sam Allardyce would have won the tournament.
Fucking hell, mate.
Sam Allardyce, bro.
Nah. I don't pay it past Big Sam.
I'm not gonna. I don't rate. For me, Sam and Southgate are on the same flipping level, man. They're both terrible. I'm not saying Sam's better than Southgate or Southgate's better than Sam. I'm sorry. They're both.
I think
there he is.
I think England's midfield's kind of terrible. Apart from Bellingham, like that central midfield area is kind of scary.
Nah, Declan Rice is a good player.
Play with Henderson.
Declan Rice is a good player, Paz.
I know, but I don't see it in tournament football, bro. I feel like other players, they're going to show him up. Like, look at the French midfield. The 2 Madrid boys. They're much younger and they're better than Rice already.
Yep.
They're not much younger. Camavinga's older than Rice.
No, he's not.
Camavinga's 20.
No, he's not, Chris.
Camavinga's 22. Declan Rice is 22. Tchouameni's 20.
Chris, they're coming from League R. They're coming from League R, Chris.
The supposed Farmers League.
This is what I was explaining to my brother yesterday on the phone, yeah? I said, English players are overhyped for no reason. A classic example, you said Camavinga. You said Camavinga and Declan Rice.
What European experience has Declan Rice had since last year when he had the cup run with West Ham?
None.
Hello?
I'm here. I said none.
Hello?
Yeah, we're all here.
None.
Sim, I can hear you. I can hear you.
They've priced Declan Rice at 150 million, 100 million. And
Yeah,
he hasn't
Chouamini's 22.
had none of this. No, they've priced Declan Rice at 100 million. They said if you want Declan Rice, it's going to cost you 100 million. That's what West Ham have said. It's going to cost you more to 100 to 120 million. And I'm trying to say, what the hell has he done to be worth 120 million? Camavinga and Chukwuemeni has more experience than Declan Rice, and they didn't even go for that. What Camavinga went for 80? No,
Nah, Chouamini went for a lot of money. Chouamini went for
he
over
went
90
for 80
mil.
million. No, yeah, he went for 80 million. But he's had more experience than Declan Rice. Declan Rice, I'm not gonna lie, Declan Rice at Real Madrid won't be doing Chouameni things, bro. He wouldn't be doing the same things he's doing. I'm telling you that for a fact. It'll be too much for him. Declan Rice at England level, I don't think he does that great. West Ham, he does okay. He does okay. No, he does great for West Ham. What am I talking about? He does great for West Ham. But this season, as we said, we don't know. Maybe because it's World Cup, he's been pacing himself. But
Sim,
for
your
me,
sound's
when
a
you're
bit.
talking,
Your sound can you improve your sound at all?
sorry, can you hear me now?
No, he's
Wait.
in the car. That's what.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
My
You've changed location. That's fine.
Take it off car speaker.
Can you hear me now?
That's much better.
Yeah, sorry. So for me, when you're talking about Chukwuemeni, when you're talking about Chouameni and Declan Rice, I don't even put them on levels with each other. I don't. Declan Rice is guaranteed to get into the England squad. Chouameni, look who he's up against in the French squad.
Now I think Chouamini will start. By the way, Puz, Chouamini's 22. I got it the other way around. Camavinga's 19.
Exactly, and he's won a Champions League already.
He has, yeah.
That's our point. It's like
Integral in the Champions League final. I don't think.
No, he weren't. He came off the bench and he held the game down. But Liverpool were poo anyway, man.
No, but Chris, this is what I'm trying to say. This is a player at 19 years of age is showing oozing class here, showing his class at the biggest stage possible. Not to be rude, when we needed Declan Rice last year, I'm not solely blaming him, by the way. He had a decent tournament. Where was he to be seen? That's what I'm trying to say. This is when we have to kind of be careful when we're saying about English players being who they're meant to be.
I never said Declan Rice's levels. I said he's a good player. Like Puz made the point that he thinks England midfield is non-existent, and I said no. Declan Rice is a good player.
Honestly, compared to the rest of the teams in the world,
I also think Jordan Henderson's a good player.
Out of England's midfield, the only person I'm guaranteed to take in any of them, is Jude Bellingham. Jude.
For me,
go on.
For me, I personally think a three-man midfield of Declan Rice, Jordan Henderson, and Jude Bellingham is a good midfield.
Sure, man.
Nah, I'm not sure about
I would
that.
I'd have Declan Rice sitting. I'd have Declan Rice sitting. I'd have Bellingham left, and I'd have Jordan Henderson right.
Nah. I get why you would do it, Chris, but for me, nah.
You don't rate Jordan Henderson.
Midfield, no, I rate him. I rate his.
Hey, you don't know me. I've never rated Jordan.
No, it is. I rate his work ethic. But when you're talking about a ball-playing midfielder, he doesn't.
Work ethic is great. Declan Rice has work ethic. But when you start coming up against talent, real talent.
What I'm trying to say is Jordan Henderson runs that midfield for Liverpool. He keeps the ball moving. So Fabinho is the tank. Jordan Henderson keeps the ball moving, and then Thiago's the class. I think we need to speak to Liverpool fans to understand how much they rate Jordan Henderson, because when he's not in the team, they feel the difference. And I think in that England team, he's a leader.
Chris, I'll be 100 with you. In that England team, yeah, he is not the same Jordan Henderson for that Liverpool team because
Agreed.
the system is different.
Yeah, I agree.
So for me,
he hasn't got the runners at Liverpool like he has at. He hasn't got Fabinho next to him. He hasn't got some of the best midfielders in the world next to him.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Apart from Jude. And this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying about England.
Chris, from what you're saying Declan Rice is okay. So what I'm trying to say, it makes Jordan not look that great because he's got okay players. When you've got world-class midfielders around, of course you're running up and down your little crossfield bills look great. Because they're there to make your look as better than ever, isn't it? But for me personally, Jordan, he's a decent player, man. He's a decent player. I just feel like he's been in the right place at the right time. Let's be honest. He's been around world-class players, but I'm not gonna now say Jordan Henderson over. If you're talking about experience, he goes because he's probably played the most decorated English player that we would know, innit? Jordan Henderson right now. But I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure. For me, that midfield, as Paz said, is very questionable. The guaranteed name in that midfield is Jude Bellingham. Declan Rice, you take him in it because he's okay. But the third one is questionable, man. That's when, remember I said to you lot, when I said I'll drop Foden back in the midfield, and you lot said I was crazy. The reason why I dropped Foden back in the midfield because he has the football IQ to make them tip. That's why I would drop Foden back into that midfield. But you lot said, nah, England would get played off the park. And I understood.